my armrest on this chair just broke, so it's not been a good day. But anyway, so this year it's not been wonderful, and that's not even talking about like lockdown, because I've been disabled and housebound for like 10 years, so it's just I need to hug a friend or I will Anyway, so to kind of quote the 11th Doctor, I'm the eternal optimist, and I just wanted to do for this month a personal list, small list of good things that have happened this year, and I'm sure there are like big things, big good things that have happened for you or for the world, or good scientist shit, but this isn't that, and I'm a narcissist, so what did you expect? So on we go. So I'll get the sad fandom stuff out of the way, because fandom can help and we're all inside, so I might as well. Doctor Who, even though it feels like millions of years ago, was a great season. Sacha Dhawan is a lovely, and Jodie Whittaker also, and Timeless Child was good actually, and 13 doesn't need a hug because she doesn't like to be touched, but she needs a rest that isn't in prison. I got into She-Ra about May, I feel like, and I will always associate Catcher and Adora with some friends of mine who will talk about it later on, but I love them, and I love Catcher, I love Adora. She's an adorable Buffy-ish jock, and it is basically Beth Enemies and Buffy and Faith. So while everyone is going off about Supernatural, I am Catchadora, and I will kill anyone who calls it lesbian radio. I'm not even joking. Bye. I got back in Smash again, you know, might as well, considering they're all wearing masks and we're all wearing masks, and I found the non-laugh track versions, and it just causes me so much psychic damage. I mean, it did when I was about 14, but now I actually get all the coded jokes and so many tears, and I have done 2 fics in the space of a couple of months. So that is actually pretty good for me, and it just occupies my brain. It always has for like since I was 14 or so, but you know, it's back, and it's causing me a lot of damage, but in a good, creative, productive kind of way. This is kind of fandom, kind of not, but you know, still kind of parasocial joy. But so Stephen Lim, Shane Day, and Ramagara left BuzzFeed and made Watcher in January, I think. They announced it in early December, but I was still kind of, you know, couldn't really do BuzzFeed Unsolved for reasons. But I started watching again them in March, and you know, they do so much content, and they are sweet and wholesome. And I know that some brands do the whole wholesome thing and end up terrible, and I hope they don't, and I don't know them, so I hope they don't as well. But it's just, it gives me a lot of joy, and yeah, they just make me happy, and I'm glad that BuzzFeed are losing so many decent people, because they are terrible and racist and not a liberal or left company, but that's kind of beside the point. But anyway, so Watcher makes me happy, and I hope that they have 1 million more subscribers later on. So before lockdown happened, I was starting to go out more. I went to a drag show last Halloween, and I just wanted 2020 to be that year where I started going out on my own and trying new things, and it didn't really turn out that way, but it started good. In January I went to a masquerade ball. There's a kind of vault thing in London by Waterloo Station, and they did a masquerade ball, and I got a mermaid and the red shoes fairy tale together. I mean, I can't really explain it in out of context, but it was still fun, and it wasn't so much you know, dancing kind of ball. It was one of those show type things, and it was done by lesbians and non-binary people, and it was a lot of fun, and I got to dress up in my top hat and look like a circus master, and people mistook me for being on staff, but it was a lot of fun, and I wish they would stop sending me emails about, oh, we're out of lockdown, you don't have to be masked, you don't have to have a mask on, but I would like to be safe, thank you very much. So Waitress isn't totally my thing, it's kind of like those Americana family pie, getting out of a bad relationship and everything is all happily ever after. It's not usually my thing, but Tamara really loves it, and I know a few friends of mine also love it, so I was just like, it's in London, it's not that far away, and I might as well do something in February. So I went to see Waitress, and Sarah Bareilles, was that her name? Was replacing for a while the other actress, but also the soundtrack is good as well. So it was fun. There was a lot of good songs. I have Bad Idea on my Spotify Wrapped because I just love that song. It's one of my favourite. It was funny. It was a good time, and while a bit of it was just for the sake of it, going out, and might as well. But yeah, Waitress was good. One of the big things this year, and I was so lucky, I went to Chicago in March, and this was like the first week of March before the whole lockdown and the travel ban started. I actually came back the same day as the travel ban, and if I'd gone any sort of later, then I would have had to cancel it. So, but anyway, I went to an Airbnb, the Hobbit Hole, which was very cute and very Lord of the Rings, as you can probably assume, and I had a really good time. I mean, Americans have a bit of weird things. I got a few men being like, oh, we talk a lot and we're friendly, but we just want to be creepy. But that's me being British. So I went to see Tamara and Heather, and who are lovely, and I had a cherry cider, I feel like, and it was really good. But also I went to Hollywood Boulevard, which Tamara and company loved a lot, and I want to see Birds of Prey again, might as well. And I had a pepperoni pizza and milkshake while watching Margot Robbie kick a lot of bad guy ass, but that was fun. So I went to one of those little corners where you just watch the beach and watch the ocean, and that was nice. I also just, the fresh air was really good for me. The thing with the UK is that it's very kind of, maybe I'm just close to London, but it's just kind of suffocating and humidity, and even in like the colder months it's very kind of, it just hurts my joints a lot. But in Chicago it was nice and fresh, and but what else was there? I had a deep dish pizza and couldn't move afterwards. I just tried all the food, and I loved all the really different houses and all the lawns, and it was all suburbs, and it was nice. Obviously I did miss home, and I was glad to get back, even though obviously lockdown had started. But yeah, Chicago was great, and I saw Tamara and Heather, who were lovely, and it was easy and talking to them, and I would love to see them again if normal life ever happens again, but we will see. So the main thing this year is that I've got a decent therapist. I mean, I've tried one before, I've tried many before, but they've either been very expensive, going on private, or just, oh, this is why you're gay, your mum hasn't been around much. But that's a while ago. So I have one that has, she's doing EMDR, I think. We're starting that in January, and she's funny and she calls me out on stuff, and I need to be affectionately dragged to get me to process anything. So that was a very bitty, very selfish, good things have happened to me in 2020, and I hope that you've had good things happen as well, and hopefully my aerial bra will come and we can end the year on cute cosplay, which has also been fun this year, even though obviously Postal Service has more stuff to do than just ship my cosplay things. So I will see you all later on. Have a good Christmas or holidays or whatever it is you celebrate, or decent Friday. I'm working most of that week, but whatever. But bye, love you.